We're live. What's up, everybody? Just felt like doing a show. See what's up. I literally just woke up like an hour ago because I crashed out today. Woo! Boy, I tell you, I have had a long couple days. That new episode I did was like the longest recorded episode I've ever done. And it was an all new format, that kind of mystery science theater format. So that was a new experience for me. So, just doing what I do. Had to learn all kinds of new things, and it took forever. Took like hours. Took fucking hours to edit. Took days. I've been up since Sunday morning. So by the time that got uploaded and I was ready to go, boy, I was reading some of the comments coming in. I got back on Twitter and was like, "What's up, everybody?" Boom. It hit me. And I went to bed and I slept like a baby. That's what happens when you have insomnia. I'm one of them things, man. I'm one of those people that it's one of those things where it's like, once I get started on a project, I don't want to stop. I want to get it done, So I'm sitting here editing and then I lose track of time. And before you know it, it's been a whole day and I haven't eaten. I haven't slept. Nothing. I've just been sitting here editing. So, what's up, everybody? Peter Fitzgerald, you do not have a wrench. The fuck? Now you do. What's up, guys? And gals, if there are any gals watching. Yeah, just doing a stream. I did invite a guest, but no telling if they'll come on or not. They said maybe. Who knows? Who knows who will message me? In the meantime, I'll just kick it with you guys. Yeah, trying something new. That review of Beardy's version of Hands of Fate, where he spliced himself in. I did kind of mystery science theater style. I had a little shadow version of myself. And I learned a lot about filming without any help, facing the opposite direction of the camera. Because I needed to film the back of my head so it looked like I was sitting in a chair, And I had to move all of this. I had to break down my set, move the table, and set up a big green screen, and then sit on a fucking little stool with the camera behind me and hit record. And then I hit play on the video and tried to react to it. Problem, it didn't really work out that way. Come to find out, something I didn't know, this Canon DSLR, it shoots video. It's what I film my episodes with. But once you hit record, it only does 25 minutes of recording before it auto shuts off. So I sat there for 45 minutes not looking. I was staring at a green screen and had the video playing on my phone and was reacting to it. I turned around after the whole video had played, all 45 minutes of Beardy's movie played. And boom! It wasn't recording. I only got 18 minutes of footage. So I need a proper camera that's not going to stop recording until the memory runs out on the fucking card. That's what I fucking need. Monetized live stream for the win. What's up, Casey? What's going on, buddy? I think that's what FTW win. Is that what that stands for the win? Yeah, all my stuff's monetized. So I ended up with this footage that I thought was full length. And I tore the green screen down, put my set back together, sat down at the computer to start editing. I should have looked at the video before I tore everything down. And I only had like 18 minutes of me doing stuff to work with. So it was a lot of splicing together and trying to line things up and using movements over again, and slowing things down and speeding them up to make sure that they lined up with things. Oh man, I'm not going to do it that way in the future. If I do another one of those midnight movies, it's going to be a wholly different experience. I don't think it's going to take me 20 hours to edit it next time. No, sir. I ain't doing that again. Fix my hair. I have a wild hair up here. Yeah. So, yeah. Dude, it was crazy. Took me fucking 2 days to edit that video because of that. It would have taken no time if I had it perfectly lined up, you know? But this fucking camera, it only records like 20 minutes at a time. And then it cuts off. And then you have to hit record again, even if you have plenty of room on your memory card. So I think it's about time to get the new camera anyway. The one that I plan on using for the sitcom. I think it's about time to buy that $5,000 bastard and go ahead and just start using it to film the normal Magog episodes until I'm moved up to the property and stuff, you know. I also, trying new things. You never know how your audience is going to take it. I thought people, since it's been a while since I've done a Magog episode, because I've been so busy with the land and with some other, family things, personal matters and things of that nature, that they'd enjoy an extra long Magog episode where they're not only hearing Magog and Poe insult our internet friends, but actually watch Beardy and Ghastly too. Some people who've never really seen them, would enjoy this funny take on this really crappy movie. And so I thought it would be a new thing to try, that people would enjoy it, but so far it's got the most downvotes of pretty much any video I've ever done, which isn't a lot. It's got like 12 downvotes to a couple hundreds. And I got a few comments that are like, I didn't really care for this, and you're going to get that, Monchichi says, how's the clearing going? It's pretty much done. We've got a whole acre and a half of that front of the property fucking cleared. What the hell was that movie? I wasn't sure if I was scared, amused, bemused, or outright confused. It was weird. Also, SideQuest? Incandescent 01. SideQuest was canceled this week. Not canceled permanently. A lot of personal things were going on. It was Labor Day weekend. I had a lot of appearances to make in person. And in between going to barbecues and seeing friends and stuff, I was editing that fucking video. And then Weebo Jones had some personal matters to attend. She was still going to make the show, but she wasn't feeling very funny. She had some things happening, and I don't want to spill the beans on her own personal stuff. And then Angie, she's had some stuff too that I was like 100% sure she shouldn't be doing the stream after doing. And then Beardy's still dealing with the stuff at home. That's why he's been missing episodes. And so with everybody kind of busy, we took a break. It was sorry, but we'll be back Monday. At least some of us will. I'm hoping. So yeah, you didn't get SideQuest this week, but maybe you enjoyed the new extra long video. And now it's time to get down to brass tacks and getting some more regular Magog videos out too. I've been a little lazy in August. I'm not gonna lie. It was hot here. It was like summer vacation. It felt like my summer vacation. I didn't do outside of working up at the property and meeting with builders and running around town running errands and meeting up with family. It didn't feel like I got a lot done channel wise. But now that it's September, we're heading into fall. It's time to get some shit done. So I've got some collabs coming up with people that I've promised to do collabs with forever and just never got around to it. And I've got some ideas for some regular Magog episodes, some pose to write. I'm going to start treating this like a normal 9 to 5 day job now that summer's kind of over. So it's still going to be sporadic. I don't know when things will be done during the week. There's not a steady day that Magog episodes will be released because of the work being done. Right now, my life is chaos because I'm trying to build the studio. Now that the land is cleared, I'm talking with builders. I've got another appointment this week with a builder that builds steel buildings. I've found the company that will provide the steel building. They they build the steel building to your specs, and you order it from them, but they just truck it in. You've got to have guys on the ground ready to go, and they don't even unload it. Did I just hit 27,000 subs? I had no idea. It's been so up and down. I didn't think I'd ever hit 27K. That's awesome. It's exactly 27,000. Yeah, I'll probably lose one sub and be, but it'll eventually get there. Yeah. It's taken forever. I've been stuck between 26 and 27,000. I've been stuck in that in between for months now. I don't think there's a lot of growth anymore. I think I've gained the audience that I'm going to gain until I start doing a bigger show that reaches a lot more diverse audience. I think as far as our corner of YouTube, this is probably the highest I'm going to ever go. Is around 30,000. I've done collabs with lots of people. I've done live streams on some of the bigger channels and stuff, and I've not seen much of a sub bump, So it is what it is. I'm not as worried about subs as I am actual dedicated fans that love what I do. That's more important to me, is you guys that really just love what I do and want to see all this stuff happen. Incadesin01 says, yeah, fair enough. Quality's been slipping on side quests anyway. I think Erilyn hasn't quite settled in properly and no longer believes she'll improve. What are you talking about? She's been doing great, except for last episode. She was fucking wiped out. You got to understand, she's moving to Louisiana. So they're remodeling their house so they can sell it, and they're packing things and all kinds of shit. She's been busy. The fact that she's been able to show up to the shows, she's a champ. But there's been quite a few episodes. Man, she had me rolling. I was crying laughing. Fucking Blinky Nips. That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'm sorry, Incadesis01. I'm just going to have to disagree with you on that. Everybody has their shit days. I mean, I've done shows that not every episode's going to be fucking awesome. We do a live show. It's live. We don't know what's going to happen. It's all improv. So sometimes you're going to get good stuff, and sometimes you're going to get, it was all right show. Read some stories, a little entertaining here and there. Not 100%. But that's just the way it is. If this was a proper skit comedy show where we had a team of writers writing every episode, yeah, every episode has the potential of being fucking hilarious. But we don't have that. It's all improv. So, I appreciate the donation. I'm just saying, I'm kind of disagreeing with her there. And I think she's actually, a lot of the audience of SideQuest has warmed up to her because she was like replacing Vamp, and those were some shoes to fill, and she's come out of her shell quite a lot. It's just with everything that's happening with her, I'm surprised she even shows up the past 2 weeks. I mean, she's got a lot of shit to do. It's just, personal things get in the way, but she didn't like missing episodes. So she'd show up tired, Incandescent01 says, the thief just commits suicide rather than actually RPing the deaths, and the fairy just passes out on death. Beardy really pulls the show together. And everybody dies their own way. If that's all you're concerned about is how people act out their deaths, and you're kind of missing the point of the show. I mean, honestly, I appreciate the critique. I'll pass that along. I've told them, you guys got to, act out a little bit. It's funner, to kind of role play the deaths, and I'll make sure they get that, But yeah, exactly, Monchichi. Improv is better than scripted because you don't know what's going to happen. In many ways, yes, but scripted has a tendency to be more stable, and audiences don't spike. Their interest doesn't spike. So, yeah, Toothless. It kind of fits their characters. Like Erlen's a drunk fairy, so why wouldn't she just pass out? And the thief, I don't know. She has all her blades, so she likes playing with them. So I guess that's what she does. I was thinking to maybe help Beardy feel better, doing a parody of We Are the World with We Are the Beard, but I got no idea how to go about it. I don't know. I don't. We could get some people together that know how to sing. I don't know much about movies, or not movies, music, making music. I'm not a musician. But nothing's really going to help Beardy come back to the show until he gets that situation taken care of at home. He's basically got to be like a 24-hour caregiver for grandma. Her dementia's gotten so bad she's trying to burn down the house every 5 minutes. So, and for some reason, they can't find a permanent place that will care for her because Canada sucks. Inky doesn't know one says Fairy has her moments, but I really feel that Thief has a lot more rolling power. Blinky Nips was devastatingly funny, though. Yeah. It's okay if we have characters on now and again that just have their moments. Not everybody's going to be as charismatic as the other. Sometimes I feel like Magog and Beardy overshine the girls because we're so used to this. This is something we do, and we have a lot more experience improving and talking, and we have way more charismatic kind of personalities than the girls. Even though Weibo does great on her own show, but sometimes you just got to wait until people find their stride. But what's important is we all work well together. That's really hard to do. Like, we all like each other. We talk after the streams. We hang out and stuff, like, it really works. I damn near fell out of my seat for someone's dick exploded. Yeah, that was one of the really funny ones. Remind Beardy that a bottle of Benadryl is the $7 babysitter. That's not a permanent solution, though. I don't know what Beardy's going to do. He said they're trying to figure it out. He'll be less depressed and feeling a lot better once the situation gets worked out. Yep. So anyway, let me check my messages and see if my guest has decided to join me. If not, we'll just talk like we did last time. I don't know, guys. This stuff that I do here, I don't know what you guys really feel about Beyond Magog. Like, building Morscar, that live stream, there's going to be more episodes of that in the future once I actually have the building being built. And once I move up there, because those episodes will be like all about building the show. But these Beyond Magogs are kind of like my own personal vlogs. Sometimes I just like to get on and, let my thoughts out of my head so I can sleep at night. It feels good to just get them out, and talk and work out things and talk with my fans and stuff. So I hope nobody's expecting like huge big things for Beyond Magog, an occasional guest. This is not going to be some like Joe Rogan experience podcast where I do it every day and stuff. Like, I hope you guys are okay with this just being my personal kind of vlog that's also public for all my fans to, experience the weirdness of my brain. Yeah, it's healthy to vent, but it's not just venting. It's kind of like a record too. This is one of the reasons why I like the digital age, the YouTube age. Like, YouTube treats us like shit. They won't stop changing their algorithm. All the tech companies are run by a bunch of hardcore progressive ideologically driven assholes. But at the end of the day, they still created something that I think is actually wonderful. I don't care if you only have 5 people that ever watch you on YouTube. Sometimes it's nice to have somebody to talk to. And even if you have nobody to talk to, it's nice to keep a record of your thoughts. I think this is replacing the journals, like journal and diary type things, that teenagers used to do, write in their diary to make themselves feel better. When Thief kills everyone, people should be stabbed. Magog's demons inspire terror. Fairy poisons people. Beardy has an orgasm, then kills people? Question? I have no idea. And Scab181 says, because Canada sucks. Yeah. We all know the Canadian healthcare system is bullshit. And they apparently don't care about old people all that much. Because Beardy's having a hell of a time trying to find, some fucking help with the elderly. Acting out the death should reflect the method of death that's used. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll pass that along once I get everybody back together. Like, there's just a lot of personal shit going on this weekend, So that's going to happen too, because this is not like a real job. Like, if we all worked at a radio station and we all had our shows to do, this is what we would do every day. And this is what we get paid for. But SideQuest is not paying us enough, not everybody, to live. Like, YouTube's my full-time job, but we both got school. Angie's got a day job. She works, and they're moving. So they're packing up house and tearing out drywall and fixing things and trying to get that house ready to sell so they can move. And Beardy's dealing with a family member's health problems, and that all that stuff gets in the way. So sometimes we're going to have to just not do a show. Sorry, guys. Yep. Xanatos says, I enjoy the Beyond Magog streams. Has actually turned me into a few other things. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I just talk about shit, and sometimes it leads to other shit. It's good stuff. Yeah. So, no messages. Might not have a guest again. Yeah, see, this is such kind of like a chill show too. It's not like a big thing that when I tried to line up a guest, it's like, oh, other things came up, But when like a big time, like I've invited Razor Fist to come on multiple times. I'd love to talk to that man. I love his content, and I know he's busy. I try to get a hold of him. I try to tweet at him. He doesn't answer a lot of stuff on social media and stuff, and that's cool. Everybody's got their own way of doing this business. I ain't mad at all. But at the same time, I'm not exactly a top priority. But that motherfucker's on Crowder all the time, because Crowder got that audience and got that voice and got that, that pull, There is like a legitimacy to people like Crowder and Joe Rogan, Hold on a second. Just send a message. Yep, there we go. Yeah. So, Second Fleet Askwell says, just to let you know, Linda Cockroach Sore got arrested again today for disrupting a Senate hearing. Yeah. And I also saw some video of her going, I don't care if you like the person or not, you need to vote Democrat. Fucking cult mentality to some of these people, Like, I consider myself a Republican, mostly because the Libertarian Party sucks. Like, I like the people of the Libertarian Party, but we never have any good candidates, Because I am a bit more socially liberal, but at the same time, fiscally and governmentally conservative. Plus, I love guns. And so I consider myself a Republican, but at the same time, I vote based on policy and the person, and I listen to what they're talking to. Like, I consider myself a Republican a lot of the times because it's a lot of times how I vote, but not all the time. Don't vote party. Vote for people. I've always hated that party loyalty thing where it's like, even if there was a Republican candidate that you liked and you usually vote Democrat, if you're all like, that guy's not so bad for a Republican and my candidate sucks, but I can't betray my party, fuck that shit. Incandescent01 says, also, you and Beardy don't overshadow the girls. Well, not the thief anyway. When Beardy's there, the thief has shown she can easily keep up with you. Oh, yeah. No, Weebo can... She's better with the comebacks. The fairy, Erilyn, is better with, like... She has, like, this weird kind of, like drunk sex vibe that I think is really kind of charming. So when she does her stories, she always brings them some fucked up shit that I would never even think of Googling. The stuff that people do sexually and like really bad dates and like dating advice and stuff. That's like something she's good at. She's in real life, she's very fascinated with like psychology and stuff. Like, and it's good to have a balance. You can't have all your people think the same way and do the same thing, So Angie's working on her improv skills, but outside of that, though, I think she's really dedicated to the show. She works hard. She's always there. She hasn't missed a single show except for this last one, but we all missed that one. She absolutely loves doing it. She loves dressing up as the fairy and everything. Like, she's got a passion. It's just give it some more time, Reverend Satan says, can we just for one moment imagine the hilarity of Magog on Crowder? Nay, the world needs it. That would be funny. I'd love to go on Crowder as Magog, like behind my set with the makeup on and everything. Oh, I'd fuck with him. Oh. Yeah, Fairy's great at random shit. Yeah, she is. Like, she may not talk as much as me, Weebo, and Beardy, but when she has something to say, it'll be... Sometimes it's this random thing that just makes us all laugh. That's what she's good at. Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses. Me, personally, I have my weaknesses on that show, too. Sometimes I don't know where to roll with something, so I just end up, like, laughing. Like... And sometimes my jokes don't land either, and I have like terrible puns, The Engaged Few says, agreed. The debates around NAP can get a little esoteric, and the ideological purity demands of some libertarians bugs me, since I'm what is that? A minarchist? No idea what a minarchist is. Flood Crowder with email to get this man on the show. Yeah, a lot of that is the fans, because like these bigger shows like that never hear about YouTubers like us unless people are sharing our videos and, contacting them constantly. Like, I've learned something in my time as a YouTuber, as an actual creator, a YouTube content creator, that all the years before I became a creator, I was doing YouTube wrong. Like watching YouTube wrong. I was not doing my part. Because it isn't just I watch these guys' videos and I'm subscribed to them and that's the extent of my support. We now live in a world where all of this, that what we do on YouTube and social media and everything, is under attack by like basically a social censorship bureau, right? And it's really great that the fans rallied and donate money on Patreon to keep their favorite creators going, because the adpocalypse killed a lot of people's channels. A lot of people were full-time YouTubers and then they lost it all. It was like the Great Depression. I'm surprised YouTube creators weren't flinging themselves out of the windows of skyscrapers like back in the 1920s. But at the same time, if you have no money and you watch, that's fine. But there are little things you can do that take about 10 seconds that could make a world of difference to a creator. Like retweeting a video or having multiple social media accounts like Minds and Gab and all of them, so that you could get on there and be like, okay, if I tweet something out about this person that I really enjoy, or their last episode was really great, and then I retweet it and I walk away, why not just go ahead? I mean, it takes no time to just copy the video link and go Minds, Gab, and just hit enter, and post shit like that. Or like at other people and be like, hey, have you ever heard of this person? It's kind of like the audience, our fans, are our kind of promotion team. And it really helps when people share the links and engage with other creators and go, hey, this person over here is really good, And I know that it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does probably help. It gets people's attention, But maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe all people need to do is just watch and enjoy the content. And that's ultimately what I want. I don't care if people share my videos and stuff, because I've gotten to a point where I'm never going to have a video. I'm pretty much convinced I'll never have a viral video anyway. My videos are really long format. Like most of my Magog videos are anywhere between 12 and 17 minutes long. That's not exactly the format for a viral video. So I've always kind of flown under the radar, even though I've got almost 30,000 subs. I'm kind of walking between the raindrops. There's a lot of people who've just never heard of me. I've never gotten into any controversies. I stay out of YouTube drama, But looking back on it, back in the day when I was just a watcher of YouTube and I was watching these creators that I've really liked, and some of them I've become friends with in real life, like Undoomed. Back then, I could have been doing a little more to help out my favorite creators, because this is a format that is under attack. And it has been. This is not a new thing. I just never realized it when I was just watching YouTube. There's always been somebody who's tried to shut down a channel, or people team up and flag channels, and people team up and get people kicked off of Twitter and stuff. And that's not cool, man. There's it's like the internet is high school. Why the fuck is that? Aren't we grown-ass adults? Maybe it's because the internet is like anonymous, so people feel like they have more power than they have in real life. I don't know. A minarchist is minimum government. I'm for strong borders, efficient law enforcement. NAP is non-aggressive principle. Ain't bad. No, I could get behind all that to a certain extent. Non-aggressive principle, though, that sounds like a whole lot of socialism. Are you a dirty red commie? I'm joking. So yeah, like, because there's a mob mentality on the internet where people get together and go, fuck this guy, get him. That guy, whoever he is, should have his own mob going, no, promote his videos. Don't attack. It's like my friend there with the non-aggressive principle. Don't attack the other mob. Let the hate mob ruin themselves because they eventually eat each other from within. That's what hate mobs do. But to have like a creator have a mob of people going, dude, I share your videos every time. I retweet everything you fucking say. Hopefully it's helping boosting your numbers because all I'm doing is clicking a button and I'm moving on with my day. It takes 20 seconds. But every time I do a meme or I post a new video or whatever, it gets like 3 retweets. It's never going to get spread around on social media. Like, I have a Facebook page. People see it and they click the video and they watch. Sometimes they'll follow me on Facebook, my Magog page on Facebook. But nothing's ever going to come of these social media sites as long as they continue to censor and people just continue to casually watch and not get into the fight, for our freedom of speech. And I can't force people to do that. I'm just, like I said before, this show is just my train of thought, It's like the math is there, but the math never works out. I've talked about that before. How, like, do you need an audience like Sargon has, like almost 1 million? Do you need, like, Chris Reagan has over 1 million? Dave Rubin has millions, doesn't he? Or close to 1 million at least. Louder Crowder's got like 2.5 million. People like that with huge platforms and huge following are very successful. But do you need that on the internet? What would you guys rather have? 1 million casual observers so that you could walk around going, look at my 1 million people. Or would you rather have like 10,000 dedicated fans giving you like $1 a month to just do what they love for you to do? Which would you rather have? Now, one is going to make you a lot more richer because if you got millions of people, like, I guarantee you Crowder's pulling in a few million a year, if not more. That damn mug club costs what? $99 a year, $69 for students and vets and police. Like, Jesus, if he has 10,000 people giving him that, that's millions of dollars. And he's definitely got more than 10,000 people giving him that. I guarantee that. Yeah, Alex Jones was very popular. He was a crazy, insane asshole, but he was very popular. So it's kind of like, if you guys, like, here's how I feel about it. Okay, hear me out. My favorite band in the whole world only ever got like 1 or 2 music videos on MTV before he decided the music industry was fucking insane and dropped out and went back to being an independent artist and didn't care about big tours and big shows and becoming world famous. My favorite band in the whole world, one that I've listened to since I was pretty much 17 years old, doesn't really care about fame. He cares about his dedicated fans. So it's kind of like when a lot of people were going to the big shows, like here in Little Rock, we have Riverfest. And so, like, there'd be multiple stages and there'd be Korn and Disturbed. And, like back in the 90s, that's who came to Riverfest. Nowadays, it's a bunch of people I don't know because I don't listen to a lot of modern music. While everybody was doing these bigger shows and going to see like Breaking Benjamin and, and all that, right? Like these huge venues. I was going to like these little clubs, like these bars that have a little stage inside of them, and seeing like local bands. I enjoyed it more. I felt like there was more of a personal connection. I felt the music was more pure. Ben, I hope I'm saying this right. Brakel? Ben Brakel? It's Brakel or Brackle? Brakel? All hail Magog, says Ben. Thank you, Ben. Hey Dude says, what band? Yeah, they're tattooed right here. I'm not joking. I got vast. Visual Audio Sensory Theater. John Crosby is the lead singer. They had a really popular song in 1999 called Touched. And then they got a little big in 2000 with Music for People, their second album, and actually had like an MTV music video for the song Free. And then they bottomed out. They were like, screw the music industry. I fucking hate it, you know? And as soon as they were able to get out of their contract with whatever music company picked them up, John went back to like Seattle or whatever and just started making pure music, you know, just acoustic, you know, a lot of it acoustic, a lot of it kind of unique sounds. But it's really, really fantastic music. Touched is one of my favorite songs of all time. JTRW says, what was your favorite band? I answered that before you sent that, but I hope that's sufficient. Magog, I am disappointed in you for failing to stop smoking. Yeah, it never fails that somebody points that out in my chat. Yeah, I failed. Many smokers fail on that. Yeah, vaping didn't work. That thing broke within a week, that thing I bought, and then, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't ready. I'm going to try again. I don't know when, but it would, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I do know I have to, you know, but fuck. Engaged few. In 86, I went to see a local band called Valles Manifesto open up for someone I didn't know, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yep. I mean, all bands start small. You know, Nirvana started in their garage like a lot of other bands. Metallica did too. Garage bands actually were a thing. That's why they were called garage bands, you know. Do you only smoke cigarettes or do you like pipes and cigars? I don't really care for cigars. And pipes, I really enjoyed pipes because of the smell of the tobacco. I love cherry tobacco. But the problem is, I never liked inhaling it. It was more of a thing I did to relax, just puff on this pipe, you know? But no, it's always just been cigarettes. I've never dipped. I don't like dip. You know, what are you going to do? Tetris Freak, how old are you? I'm 33. Nice Nike shirt. I know, right? That whole Nike thing happened today, and I didn't even think about it when I came on because I have a bunch of these because they're just plain black shirts. That's what I like about them. It's, you know, they have the fucking Nike symbol on them, but you know, if it helps, I bought them discount. I don't buy brand new shit from Nike. Fuck that. I'll go to Kohl's and get their like 50% off fucking spring sales and shit. You know. Yeah, I look even younger if I shave this fucking beard off, but I can't shave my beard off because that would kill the character of Magog. Maybe I'll surprise somebody one day. Maybe I'll surprise all my fans one day and shave the beard off and blame it on like a curse that was placed on Magog by a witch or something. I'm graduating soon and hopefully be in a position to do promotional art for SideQuest and other ventures. Thanks, Monkey Lint. Good luck on graduation, but get that shit done, man. Nike is overpriced, and I refuse to buy their shoes. No, I don't like. I don't like Nikes. I've never liked them. Hey, Beth, what's up? You look way younger without the beard. Yeah. Anybody who's seen my Facebook pictures of me in the military and stuff, or yeah, I look way younger without the beard. I'm 30. I remember being like 29 years old and shaved my beard off, my goatee, Because back then it was a goatee instead of a beard. And I shaved it one day just to let it regrow kind of new, you know? And I got carded. I carded at 29 years old. Can you fucking believe that? Some guy at the fucking gas station was like, "You old enough to buy these?" Yeah. Fucking liquor stores are carding me and shit. I'm like, "You're kidding me?" Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's just the life I live now. Now I'm attached. I'm very attached to having a beard because it's like it brings the character together, in my opinion. Having a beard, I think wizards need beards. I don't know why. It's a stereotype, you know. But yeah, I was born in '85, and that was a great year. The NES came out. Back to the Future came out. I was born in a good year, and I missed Halley's Comet. I wasn't born yet. So I won't see Halley's Comet until I'm like 76 or something. Yeah. My brother was like 1 or 2 years old when Halley's Comet passed over in the 80s. Yeah. Get carded buying some beer or whatever. It makes you feel young. I think the beard really sells it. I haven't been carded since I grew the beard. I don't get carded now at all. I've always said Halley's Comet wrong. It's not Haley, it's Halley. But I've always said Halley's Comet for some reason. Sam Neill's Merlin didn't have a beard. Yeah, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that version. But I don't know. There's just something about like I tweeted this out. I don't know how many people saw this. I don't know how many how many of you guys watching right now actually follow me on Twitter. But um, we haven't had a president with a full beard in 115 years. The last president to have a full beard was Harris. The last president to have facial hair, a mustache, was Taft. And that was 100 years ago. That was, that was like 103 years ago or 105 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I think Taft was early 1900s, wasn't he? I think Taft got out of office in like 1908 or something like that. So yeah, it's been 115 years since we've had a president with a full beard. Second Fleet Actual says, I'm 38 and still get carded when I shave. Yeah. Some people just got that young gene. I have a very young looking face. And I'm happy for that. I think I'm devilishly handsome. That kind of blows my mind. It's like, then I try to think about like why, right? Now I can understand for for the society at the time, once Hollywood became like a thing in the old silent movie days, all the way up through the early color movies, black and white films and stuff. People with beards in those movies were the bad guys. And men went clean shaven. Men wore suits. Men, like, even if you worked in a fucking factory, you wore a damn suit and tie back in those days. So there was a fashion for a while of why presidential people probably didn't have beards. But then something else happened. I'm thinking we would have had a president with a full beard if it was not for the Cold War. Hear me out. I know it's just a theory, but hear me out. After World War II, up until World War II, clean shaven was the fashion for men. If you had a mustache, it was a very thin, kind of Vincent Price, mustache. But people wore suits and people were clean shaven. That was the fashion. But then after World War II, the rise of Soviet Russia and the Cold War happened, and our fight against communism began, right? Communists had beards. Like, seriously, I think that presidents stopped growing, and like members of Senate and stuff stopped growing beards because a lot of communist leaders had beards and mustaches. It was like a communist thing. Stalin had that big bushy motherfucker. Castro had this, massive beard. I really think that we haven't had a president with a beard because of communism. They were afraid the American people would see a guy with a big beard and be like, fuck, that guy looks like a socialist. Ben says, can you call me a awesome cunt in your Magog voice, please? You're an awesome cunt. Ben Brackle, you're an awesome cunt. Jables Boogley says, hey, I finally was able to catch a live stream for the first time in a while. Take my money. Much love to you. Thanks, Jables. What's up, bud? Irate Bear, good morrow, Mr. Monkeylit. Irate Bear is talking to people in my chat. What's up, Bear? Been a while, man. We need to talk. In fact, if you want, I'll send you the link. You can pop on for a bit. Same goes to you, Casey. Since I've seen you in the chat a couple times. I'd invite you on, Beth, but I don't think you've ever streamed. Oh, I do have Streamlabs open. Let me check that. See if anybody's... Okay, good. Nobody's done the Streamlabs. So... Oh, let's see what they say in the chat before I send links, because then I'd be doing all that work for no reason. Sure, Magog. We need another Teddy Roosevelt. Bring back the bull moose. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of presidents with the big... I mean, you look back to the 1800s, you see a lot of presidents that had the mutton chops. But yeah, it's been 115 years since we've had a president with full beard. 105 years since a president with any facial hair whatsoever. Can't we get, like, beards are hot, right? Like, beards are back in. People like beards. Maybe it's the hipster movement. Maybe it's maybe part of it's a movement against this whole, like, pussification of men in our culture. That the pushback to that is people are growing beards now. Who knows? But I think it is time. I'd have a lot of respect for a president who came out looking like a proper man, like a fucking Viking. I'd love to have a president that has, like, the really long beard, and then he, like, braids it like a biker. give me like a black beard pirate president. I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. Let me send this thing. Nope, that's not going to find him. What are you on Twitter again? Nope. You changed your name again on the fucking Twitters. Here we go. I don't know if Casey's still watching. Yeah, Beth, in order to stream, all you do is...
Hello.
What's up, Bear?
You're right, mate. How's it going?
Good. You sound high.
I tried to reset my sleeping pattern. I went to bed early, and my body woke me up at 3:30. So,
Yep.
winner, chicken dinner. How are you,
Right.
darling?
I'm good. Let me finish this quick sentence to Beth. Basically, all you do, Beth, is you log in with a Google account. You don't log in. I mean, if you have a Google account, it uses that picture, whatever it is. You don't have to have a camera on. And then I send you a link on Twitter or whatever, and you click on it, and you click join. You just have to make sure you have at least a microphone. It's pretty easy. Hangouts is easy, isn't it? Irate Bear. It's fucking easy. You just click a link and go, do you agree to join this stream? And you hit yes.
Yeah, and the good thing about Hangouts is as you join, it gives you all the choices to get yourself set up as you join. So
yeah. If you've never joined one before, it'll give you all the stuff you need to do. I mean, it's real easy. But yeah, I'll hit you up later, Beth, and I can show you how to do that so you can start streaming too with your sexy ass. Jables Bogley says, most of my heritage is Norwegian and Scottish, but other parts of my heritage screwed my ability to grow a beard. Do you grow beards? Why doesn't irate Alex have a beard?
why don't I have a beard?
Yes.
I guess my face forgot that the rest of me had started puberty.
For some reason, my balls are furry, but I can't grow shit on my chin.
No, when my face decides it wants to grow facial hair, I start to look like Gary from Team America, dude. It just
patchy.
doesn't. Yeah, just so fucking patchy.
I was like that for years. You know what the trick is?
Well,
you got to look like shit for a while. I'm dead serious. Hear me out. It's been well proven too. You got to let that shit grow out, not just become stubble. Now let it grow out, and once it grows out a little bit, shave it, and let it grow out a little bit more, and shave it. The more you shave it, the more that hair grows, and eventually you get this.
I think I fucked myself with facial hair a little bit though, Magog, because when you shave, obviously when the last time you decided to shave and went right down to the skin, do you go with the grain or against the grain?
What?
Do you go with the grain or against the grain?
You go with it and then against it.
See, I shave against it.
No, you do both.
No, I don't do both. I always go against it.
Are you talking about shaving with a razor or clippers?
Yeah, with a razor, not clippers.
Like an electric razor, I mean, not clippers, but electric razor.
No, I'm talking proper blade.
Like a proper blade, okay. Yeah. I do too. Yeah. Even with a beard, I do. I put a little shaving cream down there. Yeah, because I square it off of my neck. I don't like it growing down my neck here. See?
Yeah.
Even now, I still shave. I trim it up. But the trick is, especially on your face, is to go down first. So you cut the hair off, like the big hair, because that's what catches in your blade and pulls it out, and then you get bumps. You get shaving bumps. So you go with the grain first, okay, and then you get this, and then you wet your razor, and they have this like aftershave lotion. That's what I love to use after the shaving cream is off and you've gone with the grain. I put this lotion on that smooths your skin. It's real smooth and has a menthol. It's called Afta. That's the brand. Afta. Like aftershave, but it's like gangsta. Yeah. Afta. You put that on, and then you shave against, and it'll catch whatever's left of that hair the opposite way and give you a much closer shave. But you got to smooth it out first and then go against.
I see. So basically my facial hair is spiky and sharp as fuck. That's why I get my hair off and shave usually after a few days, because it just pisses me off. It stabs me in the face.
Right.
So I just give up.
I hate it when parts of my beard get so long on the edge here that like one or two hairs will curl up and go inside my fucking ear sometimes. Like it'll sit there and tickle my ear. I'll be like, motherfucker. So I've got to keep. I take my trimmers and I sit there and go. See, this is the only part that I let grow really long. I keep it kind of trimmed on the sides. So, Casey says I'm still hanging out. What does that mean? Do you want to come on the show or not, Casey? Jesus Christ. Moat of Lebro says, "Get the items." Here it is. Moat of Lebro sent me this. I was waiting for him to pop up in the chat. I got this thing he built. Has
What
an
is that?
eyeball. I have no idea. This dude does weird like Tim Burton sculptures. He's the one who sent me this bottle, this wine bottle with the eyeball in it.
I like it.
Yeah. And then I got this thing and it hangs on. It's got eyeballs in it.
Pretty creepy.
And then
Very well made though, by the looks of it.
Yeah. And then he sent me a Necronomicon. Well, what he said was a Necro day planner. Because not quite as big as the Necronomicon. So this is the Necronomicon they leave in hotels for free. Get it? Like the Bible. But yes, thank you, Moto Bros. Thank you so much. I just picked them up from my apartment's front office today because when I was asleep, I guess I wasn't awake.
Oh, another donation there.
Yes. JTRW says he really likes eyeballs. Yes, Moto Labros does these really cool kind of I call them like Tim Burton because they're very Tim Burton-esque with eyeballs and like it reminds me of Beetlejuice. I don't know why, but every time I see the stuff he sends me, it reminds me of Beetlejuice.
I was thinking more Nightmare Before Christmas.
A little bit like that too, but that's Burton. Yeah, it's just his visual kind of style. So that's what it reminds me of. Is what Moat sent me is very, very, very visual of like Tim Burton-esque. In my opinion,
Sorry if I yawn. I'm just trying to wake up properly.
Yep.
What have you been up to then, darling?
Oh, a lot. Getting the land figured out.
I saw your video on was it Twitter? You posted it. You're driving around the land with a fucking bulldozer or something, for a digger or whatnot.
Yeah, I've put pictures up of the work being done. That ain't mine. I'm paying a guy to do that. Because I don't have a cat. I've been going out there though and helping with a little bit of the underbrush. Making sure the fire doesn't spread and stuff.
Yeah,
burning
made a good video down. Actually, if you'd been dressed up as Magog driving it around.
Yeah, funny. Put on the robe and makeup. It's so hot out there, dude. But the makeup would have run down my face.
Yeah, it looked like it is.
Motive Lebros says the candelabra should have gotten to you today too. Nope, I only had the one package this morning, but that was at 9 a.m. It could very well be down there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, man, I've been meaning to contact you. I'm glad you popped into my chat because I know we were supposed to do tavern talks.
Yeah,
but we ran into a bit of a problem.
Oh,
and that is mostly. Like Beardy he can't even do side quests right now.
Yeah, I did speak to him. Was it last week? I lose track of time being on YouTube so fucking much, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I did speak to him. I know he has serious shit going on right now.
Right.
And I understand, man. Don't worry about me. I understand.
Yeah. So
you know me. I'm just carrying on.
Me too. I mean, and I've been so busy with trying to get the property done because I need a bigger space. I'm running out of space.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to move my whole set just to set up a green screen to film the bits for the new video.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting tired of having to do that shit.
No, I get you, dude. You know what it's like for me in my tiny little office space. I have to move shit around from time to time, but I've got a green screen now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'll turn on the camera. Hold on a second. Is it on? There we go. Green screen.
Oh, nice.
I've got two of them. I need to iron them both. But it does the job for the most part.
Is it that weird material that that feels kind of like canvas, or is it like good smooth cloth?
Hold on, let me feel this shit.
It's got like little holes in it. Is it pretty thick?
It's got little holes in it. It's quite thick. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't iron that. I tried.
I could put a towel on top of it and then iron the towel.
Yeah, I tried that too.
That didn't work for you, no?
No. I mean, give it a shot. If you get it to work, let me know how you did it. Because I've tried to iron that motherfucker. You see all the wrinkles?
Yeah.
Now, luckily, I still get a good key because I light it right. But, man, I tried to iron that thing. It started putting fucking dents in it. Like the iron would, it's so palatable. It's like, it's not even a cloth. It's like I said, it's like a canvas almost. So it's once you get a fold in it, it's like there. It's fucking, didn't like it. I just checked your Patreon messages. Thank you, Second Fleet Actual. And saw it. I will give you that address after the stream. But I don't want to type shit. I'm talking with Irate Bear. But I will message you directly after this stream and give you that. Give you that information. If anybody wants to send me stuff, I'll give you my address. I just don't want to make it public because I'm still living here. And I'm only living here temporarily. My lease is up next month. And then I'm going to go to a month-to-month lease until the building's built, and then I'm moving. So I couldn't get a P.O. box. I've explained that to my fans that my tiny-ass town's post office, all their P.O. boxes are taken. So
no chance of that then.
Yeah, I'll have to go to a different town probably. But we'll figure it out. I'll get a P.O. box eventually because technically where my land is in another county. So I'll be able to go to a wholly different post office for that.
Oh, that's good.
So
you should be able to set one up then.
Yeah, once I have an address in another county, I'll be able to go get a P.O. box and then set up the P.O. box to just whatever comes to the P.O. box to just directly to deliver to the new property.
Yeah, that's how I have mine set up as well.
Beardbarian says, same with P.O. boxes here, man. I feel you. Yeah, small towns, man. My post office only has like 30 P.O. boxes, available to rent, and they're all taken by like local businesses and shit. So I'll find something. I don't want to drive to Jayville for a fucking P.O. box, Beth. I could do it. Technically, I could, but I'd be making like weekly trips as much as my fans send me stuff. I'd be making almost daily trips, to be honest with you. But yeah, a lot of everything's been kind of on hold. Like I haven't even sent out autograph pictures to my new patrons yet because I want to do all new pictures. I've got to get that done. So I've been staying busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff.
Good.
Yeah, but I'm real sorry about Tavern Talks, man. I wanted to launch that in July, but plus the idea we came up with is so much animating, much animation.
That's fine. Priorities and all that jazz.
Yeah,
we're joined this evening by a wild doovie.
Yes, we are. This is my good friend Casey.
Hey, man. Hey, what's up? Is this thing working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool, we're live. What's up, man?
Yep, this is Casey, and a little knowledge to my friend Irate Bear. Alex here is a Navy man as well, Casey.
Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, Irate Bear?
How's it going, man? You right?
Alex? Yeah, man. Just had to get some clothes on.
Fucking.
I wasn't expecting the stream tonight. I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're fine, man.
Cool.
You're fine. Yep, Casey's one of my in real life friends, Irate Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, and just invited him on. Say what's up. He was American Navy though.
Oh, yeah, the only real Navy.
Oh no.
Really? Do we have to start this again?
No.
I've had the pleasure of working with your Navy, so.
Oh yeah. We all work together.
Oh yeah.
I worked with several Canadians and all kinds of weird people.
Canadians and weird people.
Yeah.
Is that not synonymous? I'll be back in a second. I need to get a drink. Hold on a second.
Do what you do, man. So how you been, Case?
I'm all right, man. How was your Labor Day weekend?
Pretty fucking busy. I had a couple barbecues to go to, and then I I spent like 20 hours editing that new fucking video.
Yeah, the movie video.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I started it, and then you started live streaming.
Yeah, I just I really want to try something new. So I had this whole like idea of kind of parodying Mystery Science Theater, where you just like the shadow of Magog and Poe in the bottom of the screen watching the movie. You know?
Yeah, man, no, it's really cool. I remember, I think we talked about something like that not too long ago.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of conversations. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Second Fleet Actual says, "Oh dear God, 2 squids and a chair force." He's a Marine, isn't he? Hey, you know what it sounds like when shit hits the fan? Marine.
Yeah.
We fuck with each other. Got a little bit of a vet stream going now.
Marine in a spelling bee.
Yeah, they'd
off in the chat, eh?
yeah, they'd have they tried to figure out how to teach Marines how to read, but they couldn't figure out how to keep them interested because books don't shoot bullets.
Buoys. Fucking bootlegs. I had Royal Marine drill instructors when I was in basic. They were fucking hilarious, the things they'd say. I used to have a Royal Marine sergeant who'd come up from behind me if I fucked up, and he'd whisper in your ear, "You do that again and I'll massage your back passage with my sausage." Fucking creep me out.
Yeah, dude. A lot of the growth of I you can ask Casey because we grew up together, kind of, high school on. I've always had kind of a hardcore dark sense of humor. I really have. But the Air Force or the military in general, hanging out with Army, Marines, Navy, everybody, like compounded that tenfold. I learned how to be a lot dirtier and a lot more fucked up in my sense of humor because of the military.
Yeah, I would also say that as well. I'd say it's comparable to internet humor in a lot of ways as well.
Oh yeah. The internet compounds humor as well to the point of being like absolute dark. It's like absolute black, and so because of that, we get a movement against comedy. And so like in my opinion, I really do believe comedy's under attack. Like especially on like college campuses. Like comedians don't do college campus circuits anymore. They don't work shows at college campuses anymore.
That doesn't surprise me at all with everything that I've seen in the last 2 years.
Oh yeah. JTRW says, "I think it would be cool if you did more of those MST3K type videos. If people like them, I plan on doing a few more." Yeah. Second Fleet Actual says, "I am not officially a vet. I was just born into a pair of them. My health prevented me from passing the physical." It happens. At least you tried. At least
does,
you, yeah. At least you went up and took the physical or whatever, and health problems get in the way. There's nothing you can do about that. Reverend Satan says, "Army Artillery, GMLRS equals 20 mil snipers." Beardy says, "We should rub our helmets together, I Red Bear. Hashtag no homo."
I was forged a helmet by a fan.
I was too. Did I ever show you guys that? I tweeted a picture of it, I think.
Pass.
Hold on, I'll go get it. Let me turn off my camera so y'all don't see my pajama bottoms.
Show me.
Yeah, I had
a bunch of Nike shirts when they were on clearance. It's a nice looking shirt.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Hey, what's up with if Beardy's in the chat? Why doesn't he get in here?
I don't know.
If he wants in, he can, but oftentimes Beardy can't stream because he's got like stuff going on that makes noise and all. He's got. Yeah. I mean, if he's free to stream, I'll send him the link. Tell me what he says in the chat.
He says to do the truffle shuffle.
Somebody just recently watched Goonies.
Yeah, he really wants to see your pajamas.
So here's a couple other things some fans sent me. I think my audience would get a kick out of this since we're doing this thing. This was made for me.
Yours if you show me mine.
Yep, this was made for me by a fan, and it's like a real bone-handled sacrificial dagger for Magog.
I like
It's
that.
got like runes carved into it, and this hanging off of it is actually Celtic runes that say "ass rape."
Fantastic.
So
I'll turn on my camera. There you go. Let's forge this.
nice.
It even has my one of my avatars on the side of it. Don't know if you can see the bear.
Yeah, you tweeted a picture of that now. I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. Proper metal as well.
Yeah. This was mine. This is the one my fan sent me.
I like it. Get it on your bean. I'll stick mine on. It doesn't really fit my head properly because of my schnoz, but I'll stick mine on real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, might have the headphones on. Just messed up my hair too. I'm gonna leave it like this though. I'm all crazy. But look, it's got like a spike on the top of it. It's a skull. So fan sent me that too. Oh, that's funny.
Fortunately, I can't get my headphones around it, so I can't hear.
Yep, no, that's all right. Second Fleet Actual says figures the Navy man would want to see a man's PJ's ass. Yep,
of course.
Yeah, my fans send me some cool shit now and again. The ones that have my address. Like I said, if anybody wants to send me something, just hit me up. I'll give you the fucking address. I just don't want to do it publicly because once it's public, it's out there. And once I move from this place, I don't want my fans accidentally sending stuff here still, to this apartment.
Yeah,
so
makes sense to me.
Yeah. But
it's funny, you said about illnesses and health and stuff like that. Day one, week one of my basic training, there was a guy who, he'd gone through all the selection process, all the application process, had traveled all the way down to Plymouth from, way up north, had to be medically discharged because he was allergic to bees.
Oh,
sad.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, in American military, that's one of those ones that we'll give you a waiver for. Like
I guess ours don't because because Africa.
yeah, because you guys do a lot of stuff in Africa. But my thing is like my recruiter, he was all like, "You had childhood asthma," and I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "We're just not going to put that down."
Yeah, mine was. I had childhood asthma as well.
Because that was like an automatic. That was like an automatic fail. Like any type of asthma is like an automatic fail, but everybody knows childhood asthma is just like a steroid imbalance.
Mm.
And so once you get older and your lungs get bigger, I haven't needed an inhaler since I was like 8 years old. I mean, it was.
He wants the link, mate.
Oh, he does? Cool. Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while, my dude. Because you haven't been coming on SideQuest or anything. Yeah, dick. SideQuest is just not the same without Beardy, but hopefully he's get some stuff figured out. So now we got a bit of a show going. Got some friends on.
There you go.
But yeah, I really appreciate you just kind of bearing with me, Irate Bear. I'm real sorry about Tavern Talks, but we'll figure it out.
It's all right, mate. There's no rush. I've been applying for jobs and shit. Yeah.
The important thing is I wanted you to know that I wasn't like blowing you off on purpose or anything. I still want to do a show with you. It's just we're gonna have to just figure it out.
That's fair.
It might have to wait until after I've moved up to the studio, so I have more space.
Hey man, at the end of the day, this job that I'm going for, it's shift work.
Right.
So if I do get it, then we'll have to sit down again and then have another conversation about sorting things out anyway. So it's it's no drama, seriously.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being patient and stuff because this is kind of a crazy job too. I'm still adjusting to the lifestyle of being a full-time YouTuber. It's fucking insane.
Got to go off that self-discipline.
Yeah, because it's not like I'm being lazy and just waking up every day going, "Oh, I don't feel like doing a video today. I'm just going to watch movies." No, I pretty much do shit every day. If I'm not streaming, if I'm not writing a script, if I'm not doing some artwork or some overlays or something, working on new ideas, then I'm at least doing some research, trying to find some videos to do eventually. But it all seems to compound, and then the hours just run out of the day. It's surprising how fast time moves when you're like, traversing the internet looking for something to talk about. Like, I'll get on YouTube and be like, okay, I'm going to find a video and write a script in an hour. And I'll start going on YouTube and, what's this about gender equality? What's this over here about non-binary retarded people? What's this over here? And I'll start clicking videos, and then I'll look down and it's 10 p.m. And I'm like, fuck, I ain't eating. What just happened? It's like a vortex,
I'm the same, man. I sit down, I come into my office, I sit down, I turn on the PC. I'm like, right, emails, check views, comments, then go hunting. And unless that particular article or video tickles my balls in a specific type of way, I ain't touching it.
You're right. I'm very picky too. Sometimes I'll find a video and be like, I could get maybe 3 jokes out of that. That's not a full episode. Fuck it. Move on.
Yeah.
Second Fleet Actual
in the mirror and try and find something funny to make fun of myself about. It works much better.
Oh, what's up, Beardy?
I'm doing good. What's up?
So Second Fleet Actual says, I'm sorry, my lord. I must be at work in 9 hours. Good night. I just want to say good night to him before he bounced out. Good night, Second Fleet Actual. Thanks for the donations. See you next time. Beardy, what's up? Meet my friend Casey.
Hello,
Hey,
Casey.
Beardy. What's up? Pleasure to meet you.
I'm just having a chill night. It's been a really long day, but the evening's been good, so it is good.
Yes, it is good. I definitely I think the fans really miss you, Beard.
I miss everybody, and I'm really eager to move and get shit back on the road again. But for now, 24-hour care is needed for Grandma, unfortunately, and that's on me. I'm the guy who can do it, so I'm doing it. But 2 to 3 months we'll be moved, and then everything will be right back on fucking track. We're buckling down for a little bit of time to maximize earning potential and GTFO, and that's is what it is.
Yeah, I'm missing a co-host there, buddy. If you don't come back, I'm gonna have to get Irate Bear to fill in for you.
No, we've already got Weeb. She's already proven with pictures on Twitter that she's in fact the real Beardbarian. You have to get somebody to play the thief.
Yeah. Well, Casey, get your drunk ass fucking on my show. Better go out and buy a medieval costume from Nike right the fuck now, 50% off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could probably. That's a lot of pressure, man. I don't do well with improv.
That's okay. Just smoke a lot of weed and roll with it.
Well, I'm really good with that.
Yeah, me too. I've made a career out of it.
But then it's just mostly, and then drooling all over myself.
That's fine.
That's funny too. That's really how I should sell this show. Be like, hey, anybody want to come on SideQuest and be a fucking retard?
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, I'm a fucking punching bag. I just show up like an idiot. It's totally a useful skill on a show like that.
I'm not trying to replace Beardy, but I really feel like we're missing. Like, I got used to the 4-person format.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's definitely, it sucks. It really sucks.
I'll see what Sargon's up to.
Yeah,
he's got a beard.
Sargon, I need you to play this guy you've never heard of before.
Right.
He's that guy that you talked to on Failure's stream while Failure wasn't there and there was an alarm going off and you gave a great speech and nobody heard it. That guy.
Hey, Sargon, I know you got 1 million subs and you're a really busy guy and you make more money than God, but can you come on my shitty fucking stream?
He probably would, he's into all the fantasy stuff. So
I know he is, but I've been trying to get him on a stream for weeks now. He said he would, and then he didn't fucking message me back. So every day I was like, "How about today?" Nothing. How about today? Next day. How about today? God damn it! I told my fans about you.
He's a busy bear. He's a busy bear.
He finally hit me back yesterday and was like, "Sorry, I couldn't make it, bro." He's like, "Here's the link to my Discord. You can reach me there better." And I'm like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get him on eventually. Jeez, because he's one of the few that I've been watching for years that I have yet to talk to. Like I've made contact with most of the people that I've really enjoyed watching their content and stuff. Like YouTube has really opened doors to meeting new people, And I finally got to hang, now I hang out with like Undoomed on the regular. We do streams now and again that are like 8 hours long, Like go over to Undoomed's live stream channel and see like his last 5 streams were with me, and they're all over 4 or 5 hours long, all the way up to 8 hours. We streamed one time. We streamed so long that Google kicked us. It hit the 8-hour mark, and they were like, "You're done. You're fucking done."
If you use Google Hangouts to stream, there's a cutoff time. 8 hours is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your foreplay to under 7 hours and 58 minutes.
Right. Like seriously, I just get along really well with Undoomed. We talk movies, we talk science, we talk, fucking anything, And Undoomed's an insomniac like me. Like I haven't slept for 2 days. I slept for the first time today, in 2 days, And it's like I wasn't even that tired really, but I was like, I better crash because I don't want it to like force crash on me. So I laid down and I was like, man, I'm never gonna get to sleep, dude. Like I got all this energy. I just released a new video. I was making fun of Beardy and Ghastly, and like, man, and people are commenting on it right now, and I want to see how it just finally hit,
It's been a while since I've spoken to Sargon as well, actually, come to think of things. Last time I spoke to him was on a Count Dankula stream ages ago.
Yeah, I've actually never talked to him. The last time I came close was Undoomed invited me to his birthday stream. And I got on there just as Sargon left. It's like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
In fact, the first time I ever
wanted to call him a fat bearded fuck to his face, and he left.
The first time I ever managed to get on a stream was like, when I first started, when me and Misa both first started, and Kraut invited us onto a stream, and they were having a heavy intellectual conversation.
They invited you
when he was having back in his day. You had Sargon on there. And then me and Misa started being super racist to each other and screaming at each other, and everyone else was like, "What the fuck?" just made each other look like dicks.
Oh man, that's one of those things too. It's like the intellectual community, people like Teal Deer and Vernaculus and Sargon, the ones that do like heavy research and talk about the heavy topics. I'm not that.
Yeah,
my birthday's too short to go to that party.
Like, I prefer being an entertainer. Don't get me wrong. I can hold my own in a conversation. I have a lot of great conversations, and I consider myself a pretty well-learned man, but fucking hell, man, I can't imagine what they do. Like, people are like, dude, how do you do your videos? All that work, green screen effects. I'd much rather do all that because I think it's entertaining and put in the work doing that than do like 12 hours of research to do a 20-minute video.
Fucking Aiden Paladin posts pictures of the giant reports, these 25-page things that she writes for every episode. They're ridiculous. I could not do that.
No, I want to drink a couple beers and be like, okay, what's a funny joke? Like, that's where my mind instantly goes. Jarl Falstaff says, I've got a big beardy, a Jarl, and a stoned Viking. Need a bearded Jarl Magog? Sure. Send me a video. Do a tryout, man. Fucking send me an audition tape.
Auditions.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Magog is a master debater. Yeah, I've said that joke quite a bit. So, Beardy, I did a response to your movie. It was fun.
Dude, that was so much fun to watch. That was a great start to the morning. I powered through that while I took a huge dump, which was fitting because the movie is also a giant piece of shit. So it was nice. They dropped in 10. It was great. It was great. Oh no!
You know what? Like all the jokes that were in that, for some reason, the ones that make me laugh still are like the real simple ones. Like there's these like complicated ones where I'm sitting there and I'm like, Magog will say something and then Poe will respond and all that stuff, and it's all funny. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason, I still crack up to the like I've watched it 3 times already and just fast forward to that bit because I love it when Magog and Poe says at the exact same time, "I'd do her."
Yep.
like as soon as it shows that actress's face on screen, it's just like, "I'd do her." I don't know why, but that cracks me up to hear Magog and Poe's voice at the exact same time.
It was great. It was beautiful. I don't envy you the animating for that, but the work definitely showed.
Yeah, and there were still glitches too. Every now and again, you'll see Magog's hood go because I had to cut it. You know, oh man, I've got to do better. Like I said, I got to get a camera that doesn't stop recording after 20 minutes. That pissed me off.
Yeah, that's a hurdle I've been learning to work around. That like fucking mine's got a 12-minute timer before it stops.
Yeah, I got to get a proper camcorder that'll record until the memory card's done.
Yeah,
you know. Reverend Satan says the only thing I have to offer is a bass voice to rival the great James Earl Jones. It's pretty awesome. You should do like parody Darth Vader videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a fun episode to do, and it's definitely my longest edited video. My God, the render time on it. Shit.
No doubt. Fuck. Rendering together some of the short film stuff that I've been doing is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
6 hours later.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think the other thing too is like the recording of the audio, because I knew Magog would be talking and his head would be moving and Poe would be next to him, but you never see my face. So I was like, I'll record the audio separate, right? Yeah. Why sit there in front of a green screen actually talking when the microphone and camera are behind me? I mean, that wouldn't work. So I sat down, and what I would do, because I knew if I recorded just one long 45-minute sound file and responded to things as they happened, it wouldn't quite line up, because what if I messed up and had to say the line again? So what I did was I created an all-new folder to throw the sound files in. I pulled up Audacity, and I pulled up the video, your movie, and I hit play. And anytime I wanted to say something, I hit stop, record, said the line, and saved it as the timestamp.
Ah, good call.
So it goes from like 0.0010005 seconds all the way down to like 45:32, or whatever. And so all the sound files are saved as numbers. So I knew what timestamp to say to line it up at. Yeah, so I was sitting there when in Premiere, I pulled in the 45-minute long video, and once it loaded, I sat there one at a time, each sound file, and lined it up. And then I had to cut Poe, because I do Poe separate.
Yeah.
Well, I did Poe in the same file because Poe would answer, so I'd have to cut that and shorten it, the distance, because I'm doing both voices. So I record like this. I'd be like, "Oh, great, he really is gay." And then I'd go, "Fagog," what did I say? "Fagog is real," or whatever. Well, that sound file would be like where Magog says and Poe says, there'd be a huge gap, because I had to change my voice. So I had to go in there, line it up, and then I had to cut the gap out and put Poe closer. And I had to do that for like 50 jokes. It took hours. Like hours. It was. And once I had it all lined up, then I had to do the animations to line up with the talking. That took 16 hours. It's the longest video I've ever had to edit. It was insane. There's got to be a shorter way to do it. There's got to be a shorter way to do those videos.
If there is, I'm certain you'll find it.
Yeah.
Or die trying. One of the two.
Could you not update the firmware on your camera? Is that not some kind of option to do? Like hack your camera?
I have no idea. I'll look into that.
Hey, Stalking Slasher asked about sending somebody homebrew. That's actually something I can answer. As long as you pack it well and label it as yeast samples or something other than beer, you can send beer. And do that. Send all the homebrew you can.
I'm going to take your word for it, because you're the beer guy. You're literally the only guy I know who's ever worked at a brewery.
It's not technically legal, I don't guess. It depends on the state, but yeah, just label it as like a yeast sample or a product sample or something instead of booze.
Yeah. I did not know that. Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Learning.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle. Jose.
I feel like smoking now. Now that I've seen Magog
Do it.
in his mouth.
Do you want me to turn my camera off?
No,
I
it's
can
all right.
turn my camera off
keep
if I'm
it on.
triggering people. I'm triggering people.
Making me want to smoke.
I got
Womp womp.
So anyway, what's new, fellas? What do you guys want to talk about for 25 minutes? Because I'm ending this at midnight.
Man, you should try actually using a real vaporizer.
I did.
It didn't work for you?
Just made me want to smoke more.
But then you just vape more. You just blow clouds.
No,
Nah.
no.
I blow a hole through the wall when I
Yeah.
throw the vaporizer through it. I couldn't. Vapes didn't work for me either.
Dude, I'm just highly addicted to cigarettes. Like it's just always
I
been my
love the
vice.
smoke. I love
You
the
know?
feeling of my lungs dying.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the whole
I
thing.
tried vaping. It gave me fucking heart palpitations, dude. And I just see all these fucking people like, oh, I quit smoking, but you vape, yeah. So you're addicted to that now, yeah. It's just like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not ever going to use vape again to try to quit. If I'm going to quit, it's just going to have to be cold turkey, and I'm just going to have to make the decision to do it because I've tried everything. I've had a patch on my arm with a vape in my hand and still went and bought a pack of fucking cigarettes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I did it cold turkey once for 7 weeks, and then I had a beer.
Yep. Triggers.
Yeah.
You know what the big one for me is?
What?
Coffee and a shit in the morning.
Ah, of course. The most important cigarette of the day.
That is literally the most important cigarette of the day. You drink your cup of coffee, and then all of a sudden your morning constitution kicks in, and you're sitting on the toilet just, oh, God, yeah. Like a king on your throne. That's what
That's
America
what I do every
is.
morning, dude. Sit on that toilet, smoke. I'm an angry guy as it is.
Quit
Like,
appropriating my culture. Smoking on the toilet is a distinctly Italian thing. I'm sorry, you can't have it.
I thought it was a redneck thing.
No, that's an American thing. Fuck that.
Where do you think a lot of the rednecks came from? Where do you suspect that people without papers go?
Wow.
Oh, I'm saying that my immigrant family were rednecks, and that's also what we did.
Yeah,
I would have thought rednecks descended from Irish people.
No, rednecks come from laborers, and it doesn't matter. You're a person who gets dirty. You're gonna go that route during that period of time.
I want to answer this. Mr. Monkey Lint says, I have seen it recommended going to a sauna to sweat the toxins out faster. Do you know what you sweat out when you go to a sauna? Sweat.
Yeah.
You're not going to sweat the nicotine out because it's going to your brain. Like it literally is. It's up here. It releases endorphins. You can't do that. No, it's there's a reason it's addictive. It's just really funny though. Like I'm not making fun of Mr. Monkey Lit, but I am making fun of the people who think like have you guys ever watched Penn and Teller's Bullshit? You remember that show?
Oh yeah.
They did a whole like they did multiple episodes on like alternative health, where like these people are like, if you get foot massages the right way, it'll cure cancer.
Yeah, the fucking reflexology, the chiropractor.
Yeah,
episode.
chiropractor episode, reflexology, stuff like that. Saunas is one of those things. People seem to think if you go sit in a sauna, literally the disease and the toxins in your body come out. No, your body's just cooling itself off. You're sweating. That's all that's happening. That's all. It's salt. That's all you're losing is water weight.
If you take
You know?
and you rub them with these essential oils and then place them inside with this wonderful salt bath with these massaging jets, you'll be able to see all the toxins coming out of your skin into the water, filming this creating this film on top, this thick foamy layer, and you'll be able to see how it's all drawing out. There's hilarious things that just pull the lint off of people's feet and make water look gross. And it's sold as therapy. The whole thing is just, I hate that industry so much.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not saying saunas ain't good. They are good. They feel great. They make you feel good.
Good for your skin.
Yeah, and it's good to kind of get out the
casual sex with strangers.
Yeah, and if you have a personal sauna too, because you could, have you ever like stepped out of a sauna after being about 25 minutes in there? Feels amazing. You just get refreshed. That cool air hits you, and you're just like, oh.
You're technically supposed to stand under a cold shower after you come out of a sauna.
I just skip the middleman and go straight to the cold shower.
I wouldn't never do that.
I've done it.
One, your junk shrinks.
So?
Two, that's an extreme change from hot to cold.
It's great. It forces the body to increase your metabolism, help with fat.
Yeah, through shock.
Testosterone.
You're shocking your system. Like
it's brilliant. It's wonderful. It's a lot safer than a kick to the nuts.
They have full grown microwaves now. Like, I'm dead serious. I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes. I love Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was on there talking with somebody about saunas, and they have like new infrared saunas that don't use steam, and you can buy them for your home because they're just like a closet,
Yep.
And you could sit inside there. It's for one person, and it's like infrared instead of steam, so you're heating your body up from like the inside out. I'm like, it's a fucking microwave for people.
No staying there too long.
Yeah, they recommend only being in there for like no more than 40 minutes or something like that. But apparently,
that's a bit long, isn't it?
Yeah, but people apparently people find it a bit more therapeutic. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
to each his own. To each his own. I personally only like infrareds when I have an infrared scope that can see through walls, so I can see my neighbors fucking around.
I don't really like saunas, man. I can't fucking breathe properly in saunas.
You know what really cleaned me out? It wasn't even a sauna.
Was it a liter of cranberry juice that you drank at once and it gave you the shits?
No, I've built up a tolerance because I love cranberry apple juice. The first time you drink that, it gives you diarrhea for like a week straight. But once you get used to it, your body gets used to all those antioxidants. Man, it's delicious. And I don't shit anymore after drinking cranberry juice. No. But no. You know what really cleaned out my sinuses and made me breathe was the tear gas chamber in basic.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Oh, fucking hell, man. I've got a story of that. Fucking hell, man. Being put in a gas chamber and being gassed with CS gas and being physically held over the fucking tablet is... Well, I didn't have a cold anymore when I came out.
No, your snot's running down your face.
Oh, man, there's nothing in my head.
Fairly sure there was nothing left inside my lungs either.
Yeah, dude, I fucking breathed great for like a week until my snot built back up again because it just cleaned me out, man. I was like, they make you do the helicopter walk when you get out? Did they make you guys do that? Where you stick your arms out?
Wait, but what they do is...
The airplane? What
they do with us is they just made us stand there with our arms up in the air. So it was a bit like being put in a stress position. So it just punished twice.
They tell you, like at my basic, they told you as soon as you come out the door, after you lift the mask and you try to say your reporting statement, and then of course that shit hits you, they tell you to get out. And you go out there and you remove all the stuff so that there's no residue. You remove your mop gear and your mask, and then you walk around in circles with your arms out. And I'm sitting there going, they're like, it does help. It opens up the airways and stuff because your arms are up. But I'm sitting here going, these drill instructors actually just are laughing at us. They just they're just making us fucking do some retarded shit. So we're walking around with our arms out like, this shit's coming down our face. They're out there with their camera phones laughing at us,
My instructor, he waited until he could physically see me about to take a breath, and as I took a breath, he ripped the mask off my face. So I just took a big mouthful of it, dude, and I couldn't speak. I couldn't say my service number, couldn't say my name, couldn't name the company personalities, I tried to run out the chamber, but they bulldogged me. And then held me over the fucking tablet.
Oh no, they tell us to do a reporting statement because, like in basic, every time you speak, you have to say your reporting statement first. So, sir, trainee, so and so reports as ordered, and then and they were like, give us a reporting statement. Doesn't matter what you say after it because you're not going to get to it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you break the seal on the mask. You lift up and you go, sir, trainee.
It pissed me off as well, man, because the guy who went before me was fucking immune.
That did happen. I had one guy who was just like, sir, Trainee Jones reports as ordered. They were like, get the fuck out of here. The fuck are you? An alien? He's like, I've been pepper sprayed so many times on dates, I've grew an immunity. That was something fucked up, like, because he had, like, sinus surgery or something, like, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So, like, it was all, like, it just moved through his sinuses and came back out the other side. He was still irritated, don't get me wrong. He wasn't, like, some badass to come walking out like fucking, like some fucking movie hero, Dolph Lundgren or something. His eyes were still red. He was still crying and stuff, but he just, it didn't really affect him so much.
The guy who I had the experience with, he was completely immune. It didn't irritate him at all. They were they were like, take a breath, and he went
T800, fucking T800.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Instructors were like, what the fuck?
That shouldn't be physically possible, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he was immune to it, dude. Completely immune.
Wow.
He's a robot. He's been sent to kill John Connor.
No, they're on an off note, like speaking of people that are immune, all the jokes about Keith Richards, like where all those drugs he's done and he's still alive.
Yeah, because they preserved him.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, that guy is like fucking cockroach, Even Robert Williams did jokes about Keith Richards where he's like, anthrax, all right. Like, you remember that? Well, yeah. I saw the funniest thing I've seen on the internet all month. Like, seriously, it's my number one pick for a meme in August. Somebody tweeted this picture. Oh, my God, it made me laugh. It was Keith Richards with his daughters. And they're hot. They're like in their 20s, blonde, fucking beautiful. And he's like posing with them, right? And it's Keith Richards. And he's old and fucking, senile, but he's not dead. And somebody put on the picture, this is a picture of Keith Richards and his daughters. When they die, he'll get everything.
He's immune to everything, including
he's like when they finally kick the bucket, he'll inherit everything. It's like that thing is fucking. That made me laugh so hard. Reverend Satan says, Bear looks and sounds like a guy I went to basic in Knox with. I don't think you've ever been to Knox, Fort Knox.
How many British, Mexican-looking guys are there wandering around Knox? I don't know.
Yeah, you dirty black motherfucker. What?
That's racist.
That's racist.
That's the Hard Knocks life.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Get off my stream, Beardy. You need to save that shit for side quest, motherfucker. Stop using your good jokes on my Beyond Magog streams.
Oh, it's okay. I'll make a better joke out of myself when the time comes.
Fuck's sake. Man, that, like, dude, to this day, like, I don't know what it is, but Magog and Poe, as characters, like, have completely different personalities, right? When I was doing the recording of the video, making fun of the movie, I've been steadily noticing this with Midnight Juries too. Poe says some way worse shit than Magog ever does. I don't know why. But when I'm doing Poe's voice, I am a complete asshole. I don't know why. It just took on a life of its own.
Yeah, it's
like
the pitch. He's in the key of evil.
It's just that perfect key. Like there were parts when I wrote this is not a joke. There's a part in that where the women start arguing because you ask them where they want to go eat.
Yeah.
And Poe goes, and it just happened randomly. I was playing the video, and As soon as I saw that, the joke popped in my mind. I stopped, hit record, did the joke as Poe.
Mhm.
And then I didn't realize how fucked up it was until after I said the joke. And my only response as Magog was, "God damn, Poe." So there's this part of that where Poe goes, "You know they can't make decisions outside the kitchen."
Perfect.
And Magog
It's
just
a
goes,
great moment.
"God damn, Poe." Like,
Perhaps
there's
it's because Poe's an inanimate character.
maybe I don't know what it is. It's a psychology thing, but I think of way more fucked up jokes with Poe. Like earlier in that show, I was like talking, like Beardy was talking about Canada, and Magog goes, "The only reason to like Canada is to make fun of, the only good thing about Canada is to be able to make fun of Canada." And Poe goes, "Fucking snow Mexicans." And then Magog goes, "That's racist." And he goes, "I'm sorry, fucking snow people of color."
I love that joke. It was so good.
And then later on, when there was a Trudeau joke, Poe went, "Fucking snow people kind."
Perhaps he's a part of your subconscious that
Yeah.
needs to
It's the cathartic
Leak out.
release. Yeah. Because Magog has like a specific, like Magog's a different character because he's the character with the anger. Like he's the character with the anger jokes. Like his jokes come from rage. Like, "This vexes me. I fucking hate you retards." And that's all fine. It makes people laugh. People love Magog. But Poe is the one that like eloquently puts out his thoughts of pure like hatred.
mm.
So when I do like a Midnight Dreary and he's like reading an advice column, I'll get around to something and she's like, "You're a dumb whore. That's what you are." You know?
I feel the same way about Lord Bear. When I'm scripting for him, I sometimes I've had to delete entire sections of a script for him because he goes too far. Because he
Right.
represents the very, very racist, misogynistic part of me that hates women and hates everybody.
Right? It's that fucked up part of us that a lot of people are afraid to face.
Yeah.
You're allowed to face that in comedy. That's what keeps me sane, is facing that side of me in comedy.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, that's why these SJW types are all like fucking censorship. They don't think people should face that dark side of themselves. I think people should. I think it's healthy to fucking face that side of you. Because if you
Yeah.
don't, you bottle that shit up, you get Hitler. Eventually. Like you get some motherfucker rise to power and start fucking ha-ha! That motherfucker was like a kid. There's no way he was a kid going, I'm gonna grow up and become a ruthless dictator that kills millions of people. No, he was a fucking vegetarian and a painter. He was sitting there painting the barn, and he's sitting there eating broccoli, painting a barn house, and his teacher comes by and goes, "That sucks." And then he looks up at the teacher, and the teacher's got a yarmulke, and he bottled that in.
Exactly.
He bottled that in. His fucking art teacher was Jewish. I'm just saying. No. Race Jacobson says, "I prefer the Highlander Keith Richards meme." Oh, yeah, there can only be one. Cathartic release, not to be confused with cranberry release, says Race Jacobson. No, do not confuse those.
I call that the cranberry splash.
Though at the same time, Magog gets some good licks in too. Though there was that one scene in the new movie review I did where Poe's all like, "He's got that 'I'm gonna sex you later' look on his face," and Magog goes, "That's called the Harvey Weinstein." That was a good one.
Yeah.
Burn.
Hey Dude 77 says, "My favorite Lord Bear jokes were during the Logan Paul apology for the dead Japanese dude response video you made." See, the thing is, I can't remember. It's probably a good thing that I can't remember either, because it means I got it out.
Yeah, you got it out of you.
Yeah.
I can only remember because I just recently spent 20 hours editing, and so I've had to hear these things over and over again as I'm moving the slider and making sure that they're all lined up. So a lot of them are still fresh in my head, but give it a few months. Like a lot of my earliest videos that I did in 2017, some of my first videos, I can't remember a single joke I did in them. They're so old. They're a year old, like I don't remember. I have to go back and watch them. That's something. Are you guys afraid of that? Like, because you guys are all comedians too. Well, except Casey, he's just high.
Hey, me too, man. Like, don't
So
trash.
Casey's
on
the only
that
real
shit,
comedian
man.
here. Then
Casey's just listening. He hasn't said a word in 15 minutes, but he's. I just hear his bong going off every now and again. Just.
No, I just mute it whenever I do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
be rude.
Oh no, it's cool, man. Just like,
Hey man,
cool away.
you do.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do, Casey? You need to come over to my apartment and fucking hang out with me when I'm about to like record a video and just let me smoke some fucking weed with you, man, right before I record. Because I'd love to see Magog with the contact lenses in, just like, so, why do we park on driveways and drive on parkways?
Oh yeah, we can do that anytime you want to.
Yo,
I would love to do that.
that shit would be funny as fuck. we have fingertips and we have toe tips, but we tiptoe, but we can't finger toe.
What if the world was made?
What kind of weed you got?
Donuts?
It depends on the weed. I never get like that in real life. Like if you guys ever smoke weed, I never get like anytime I've smoked weed, I don't know if it's because of the weed or whatever or what kind I'm smoking, but I've never gotten like they do in the movies where they're like, what if we're like,
Nobody gets high like they do in the movies.
yeah,
That's
like in the movies they're all like, what if
stereotypes.
we're just like our entire universe is in the cell of a inside the single cell of the fingertip of a giant, you know, and they do all these like, not me, man. I get high, I'm like, fuck, I want Cheetos.
Yeah, that's everybody, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Then I get tired, you know, and then I get tired and just want to go to bed, you know, like
That's the indica. Don't worry.
dude,
about
seriously, I think weed would really help out with my insomnia because like
It. Oh yeah.
I can never come down. I can't shut my brain off. Like
Yeah.
I lay down at night even when I'm tired, and all of a sudden something will happen up there, and I'm up again. Some
Yeah,
idea,
I
some new
recommend
thing will pop into my head. I actually need something to dampen that shit. You know?
I mean, I recently took a little tolerance break to, well, lower my tolerance so I could actually get high again. And yeah, I haven't slept at all. I sleep terribly ever since I stopped smoking.
Now, I'm not saying that I would ever like just smoke weed all the time because I do feel like you can get addicted to it. Maybe not chemically, but like you get addicted to
You can
to the
become
feeling.
dependent on it.
Yeah, you can become dependent. Because I had a girlfriend who was like that. She couldn't go a day without smoking fucking weed. You know, she was all like, she'd get all anxiety and depression and all that stuff if she didn't smoke weed.
So
And I
I
don't-
don't sober, and nobody likes me sober.
Right. But at the same time, I don't think it would be a bad thing if I now and again, just it's like drinking a beer. Like I drink beers with my, on Sundays or when I go out to my friend's house, I'll have a couple beers with my friends. What's wrong with having smoking a bowl now and again,
Yeah.
Yeah,
JTRW, what if all the air in the world turned into wood?
what the fuck?
That's heavy, man.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the important question. The important question is, if all the air was made out of wood, would you go with or against the grain? Whoa.
For God's sake.
Yeah, but like the only reason I never like smoked weed more than I did was because I always had jobs that randomly drug test the military, ETS, when I worked for them, security company, stuff like that.
I used to work at a nightclub that did drug testing. Like once or twice a week, they'd be like, "Here, try this. It was great."
But now I work literally for myself. I'm just a YouTuber, man. I can do what the fuck I want. It feels great.
I like that comment in the chat there from Sirius with Days Off. What if trees just started screaming?
Oh my god, death metal albums would be so much more badass. They're always recording in the woods anyways, just fucking
Dude, that even sounds like a death metal song from like a Scandinavian like a Swedish death metal band. Check out their new hit song, Screaming Trees. I saw a picture on Twitter of like a giant tree that was like in the shape. It had like a humanoid shape. It had its branches were 2 arms and had a big lump, and then its body was coming out of the ground, so it looked like a monster. And it even had like a hole in it, like some squirrel, fucking burrowed into it or something, right?
No, that's just the tree from the last unicorn. It got hit with the bolt of lightning, and then what's his nuts? The little mage guy got free.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but anyway,
the last unicorn. How do you not know this?
I don't.
Was you trying to find out where it was, Magog?
I'm not gay.
An extra.
No. So anyway, I saw this picture. Well, somebody decided to put 2 reflective eyes on the tree so that headlights along the road would hit the eyes at night. And it was like somebody wrote on it. It was like whoever put these reflective eyes on this tree, you're an asshole. You're brilliant, but you're still an asshole. Because it straight would look like some monster off the side of the road, just I was like, dude, I want to do that for trees now. I want to go around my town, find scary looking trees along the road, and put fucking reflective eyes on them.
Do it.
That's such a Magog thing to do. Baby Vasso says, was there a name you thought of before Magog? Absolutely not. I mean, I tried, but I was like, a lot of names. Like, I pulled up like a random name generator. It wasn't that I thought of them. I was just looking. And fantasy name generators will give you good names for your D&D characters and your video game characters. But I didn't want something that sounded too fantasy that people couldn't fucking spell. I needed people to be able to Google me. I was thinking
with Jeff the Wizard.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the marketing aspect of it, but I still wanted to have a kind of like a fantasy feel, like it wasn't a common name, because that joke was done in Monty Python's The Holy Grail, when they go up to John Cleese and he has the fucking horns on and he's like blowing fire out of his fucking staff, and they're like, "What do they call you, Enchanter?" And he's like, "They called me Tim." And that's brilliant, but I didn't want people to think I was ripping that off. So suddenly it just like popped into my head, Magog, because like it's easy to spell. I get the Hollywood M's, Magog of Morscar, so it matches. But no, I didn't really have other names picked out. I really didn't. I had other ideas before I settled on being a necromantic wizard. I had other ideas. I had an idea of being like a Viking. I had an idea of being like a pirate captain and setting up a green screen and having like the captain quarters and the ocean behind him. I had other ideas. They just didn't settle as well as Magog. I thought Magog really portrayed my dark side, my dark sense of humor. Race Jacobson says, I have no mouth and I must scream. Mahogany 2018. Cool. Are you quoting a song? Is that a song lyric?
No, it was What If the Trees Could Scream?
It's the name of that death metal song.
Screaming trees. Well, anyway, this has been fun, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the weird conversations with my friends here. Everybody go check out Beardy and Irate Bear. I'm sure most people watching already know, but go ahead and check them out. And Casey doesn't have a YouTube channel, but if you want to shill something, man, go ahead and do it now.
No. I'm good. It's cool meeting you guys. Beardy, it's cool to have you back for the brief moment.
It was good talking to you.
Yep. If you guys want to stick around for off-air after show, you can. But I'm going to go and bring this to an end because we've been doing this for 2 hours now. So goodbye, everybody. Thanks for all the donations, and thanks for coming by and listening to us talk. So catch you next time on another Beyond Magog. Maybe even here close in the future, because I plan on going up to the land with my camera. Probably another building more Scar video. And future Magog episodes on the main channel. And side quests next Monday. See you next time.